So today we are starting the complex analysis 1. Complex analysis 1. Okay. So today class is initially as a 45 minutes is an basic introduction concept. Then immediately we can switch on to as your syllabus prescribed concept. Maybe we are go by the basic concept and some of the important derivations. Okay. So today is the date is 27 the 7 2021. Okay. The first heading, I think you know that complex number. Okay. So what is complex number? Complex number. So it is in the form of x plus iy. So where x and y are real numbers, and so I is the value of root of minus 1. So x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. The complex number either we can express ax plus iy or a plus ib. Okay. So I'll write the number is of the form z is equal to a plus ib. Z is equal to a plus ib is called the complex number. So the number is of the form z is equal to a plus ib, or it may be x plus iy is called the complex number. Here a is called here a and b. So I am taken as instead of x and y a and b. So a and b are real numbers. Okay, where I
Sir, it's
is
not
equal.
visible.
Yeah, it is visible. I know that if somebody having some network issue, it's very difficulties. Okay.
It's visible to us, sir.
Yeah, I
It's
know it.
visible,
I know.
sir.
I know. Yeah, yeah. It is recording. Okay. Don't disturb me again. So where I is equal to root of minus 1. I is equal to root of minus 1. See, so in this that is equal to a plus ib, I need some of the important concept I will write in the note. So note 1 I will write. So this a is called, so a is a real part. A is a real part of z. Okay, that is we can write in the short form real part of z is equal to we can write a. And next B is called, B is imaginary part of Z, imaginary part of Z. So that is we can write. So this is the imaginary part of Z is equal to we can write the B. And note 2. I is equal to root of minus 1. I can squaring on both sides. I square is equal to minus 1. I just multiply I on both sides. Then it is I cube equal to minus 1 into I is minus I. So again I will multiply. So I, then I power 4 equal to minus I square. So minus I square is minus 1. Then minus 1 into minus 1 is that is equal to plus 1. So anyway, in the note 1, z is equal to a plus ib is a complex number. A is called the real part and B is called the imaginary part. In the short form, we can write real part of Z is A, imaginary part of Z is equal to B. And next after that, so after that, what is that in node 2? I is equal to root of minus 1. Then I square is equal to minus 1. Just squaring on both sides. Then you multiply I on both sides. Then I cube equal to minus 1 into I. That is equal to minus I. So I power 4 I can write I square into I square. That is minus 1 into minus 1 is equal to plus 1. Okay. So next I will take an example. If z is equal to, I can write 3 plus the 4i. then I can write real part of z. Real part of z is equal to, so we can write 3, and imaginary part of z is equal to, we can write the 4. So I will take one more example. So if z is equal to, I can write, so 3, only 3 I will write. Then what is that? So z is equal to 3 plus I into 0. Then you see that real part of z is equal to, we can write 3, and imaginary part of z is equal to, we can write 0. Okay. And next after that, we can write in the node 3. So in the node 3, two complex numbers. Two complex numbers. Two complex numbers are equal if their corresponding real and imaginary parts are equal. See, so two complex numbers are equal if and only if their real parts and imaginary parts are equal. So that is, I will write, if z1 is equal to, I can write a plus ib, and z2 is equal to, we can write x plus iy. Okay, then we can write, z1 is equal to z2. So two complex number are equal if and only if. Okay, so short form of if and only if, or we can write if and only if. So what is that? The corresponding real parts, if and only if. So what is that real part? Means a is equal to x, and corresponding imaginary part, I coefficient is b, here I coefficient is y, that is b is equal to y. So what is that means? The two complex numbers are said to be equal. So if and only if the corresponding real part and imaginary parts are separately equal. Okay. Next, we need that fundamental operations of complex numbers. Okay. So next, maybe it's a properties of a complex numbers. Okay. So next, fundamental operators with complex numbers. With complex numbers means fundamental operators with complex numbers. Okay, so fundamental operators means maybe the two complex numbers we can add, we can subtract, we can multiply, or we can divide. So because in mathematics we have the four operations: addition, multiplication, subtraction, so and the divisions. Okay, so first is, so in the fundamental operators with the complex numbers, I will take first one is addition of two complex numbers. Addition of two complex numbers means if we can take the two complex number, we can add, it should be again a complex numbers. Okay, so first I will write let z1 is equal to, I can write x1 plus I y1, and z2 is equal to, I can write x2 plus I into y2. Okay, then what is that addition means? Then z1 plus z2. What is that z1 is, we can write x1 plus I y1, plus z2 is x2 plus I into y2. So I will club the real part, that is I can write x1 plus x2. So in the imaginary part, I y1, I y2, I can take I common, then it is I into y1 plus y2. See, x1 plus x2 I can add, we get some value, I can write x dash. Okay. So x1 plus x2 is equal to, we can add, we get some value I called as an x dash plus I into, I can add y1 plus y2, we get some value I called as an y dash, where so x dash is equal to, we can write x dash belongs to x1 plus x2 and y dash is equal to so I can write y1 plus so y2, both are belongs to real numbers. Okay, so you can see that what is that, it is again, so two, sum of the two complex number is a complex number. See, it is again x plus iy form, that is the concept. What is that? So sum of the two complex number is again a complex number. From this we can write that is sum of two complex number is also a complex number, sum of two complex number is again a complex number. So next I will take the second one is subtraction of two complex number. Subtraction of two complex numbers means I will take the two complex numbers. So the subtraction of two complex number is also a complex number, that is we can show it. Again I will take the two complex numbers. Let z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus I into y2. Then what is that subtraction means z1 minus z2. Z1 is, I can write x1 plus I into y1 minus z2 is x2 plus I into y2. So then we can write x1 plus I into y1, multiply the minus sign, then minus x2 minus I into y2. Just rearrange the real part and imaginary part. Real part is x1 plus x1 minus x2 plus in the imaginary part. So instead of that, I will take minus I common. Okay, minus I means, or we can write. So you take the plus I also, then we get y1 minus y2. So what is the subtraction of two complex number? Again a complex number. So I will write this will be some x double dash plus I into y double dash. Okay. So where we can write x1 minus x2. So it belongs to or equal to, we can write x double dash and y1 minus y2 is equal to y double dash. That means that subtraction of two complex number is again a complex number. That is subtraction of two complex number is also a complex number. Next, I will take the multiplication of two complex number. That is also, we have to show that it is also a complex number. Next to multiplication of two complex number. Multiplication of two complex numbers. So I will take let z1 is equal to a1 plus I into b1 and z2 is equal to a2 plus I into b2. Then so z1 into z2, the product. What is that? a1 plus I into b1, z2 is a2 plus I into b2. Just multiply a1 with a2 plus I into b2. Then we can write a1 into a2 plus I into b2 plus I into b1 into a2 plus I into b2. So multiply a1 into a2 plus I into a1 into b2 plus I into a2 into b1, I into I square. So we can write I square into b1 b2. So next we can write a1 a2. So I square is we can write minus b1 b2. So in this two term, I will take I common, I into a1 b2 plus a2 b1. Okay. So it is, I will write this part is equal to some, I will write a dash plus I into this part is b dash. So where so a1 a2 minus b1 b2 is equal to a dash, and so a1 b2 plus a2 b1 is equal to b dash. That means that it's a again x plus iy form. That means that so multiplication of two complex number is also a complex number, is also a complex number. Multiplication of two complex number is also a complex number. First one is addition of two complex number is complex number, subtraction of two complex number is also a complex number, multiplication of two complex number is also a complex number. Next I will take the fourth one, so that is the division of a complex number. Next is fourth one, the division. So therefore we can write, so let z1 is equal to a1 plus I into b1. Let z is equal to a1 plus I into b1, and z2 is equal to a2 plus I into b2. So then we can write, so z1 by z2 is also a, we can express in terms of a plus ib form. So we can write z1 is a1 plus I into b1. So divided by z2 is a2 plus I into b2. So then you take the conjugate. So that is multiply and divide. Okay. So a1 plus I into b1 divided by a2 plus I into b2. So denominator conjugate means a2 minus I into b2. Just multiply and divide. a2 minus I into b2. Multiply and divide. Numerator multiply. Then I can write, see, a1 into a2 minus I into a1 b2. So next plus I into a2 into b1. I multiply this minus I into I square b1 b2. Denominator it is a plus b into a minus b. We can write a square minus b square. That means that a2 whole square minus I into b2 whole square. Next we can write a1 a2. I square is minus 1, minus into minus plus b1 b2 minus, sorry, plus. So you take that I common. So you take that I common. Then first I will write the positive term a2 into b1 minus a1 b2. Denominator is a2 square minus, so minus I square is minus 1, then minus into minus we can write plus b2 square. Okay, so I will split the numerator. We can write a1 a2 plus b1 b2 divided by a2 square plus b2 square plus I into a2 b1 minus a1 b2 divided by, so a2 square plus b2 square, sorry, this is b2 square. So this is, again you see that, so some x plus iy form or a plus ib form. Okay. So therefore, so which is also we can write, so which is also a complex number, which is also a so complex number. Okay. So next is, so conjugate of a complex number. Next to conjugate of a complex number. conjugate of a complex number. Okay, conjugate of a complex number. So let z is equal to a plus ib. A plus ib is a complex number. So be a complex number. Be a complex number. The conjugate of the conjugate of a complex number z is denoted by we can write z bar and is defined as defined by z bar is equal to a minus I. Means conjugate means the coefficient of I, the sign will be changes. If it is plus, we can write minus. If it is minus, we can write the plus. I will take some examples how we can write number to a conjugate of a complex number. So if z is equal to I can write so 3 plus 4 into I. Okay, 3 plus 4 into I. So the conjugate of z bar is equal to we can write. So what is that? 3 I coefficient sign will be changes, that is minus 4I. Next I will take one more example. Z is equal to x. Then what is the conjugate? Z bar is equal to x, because there is no I coefficient. The sign will be changes in the conjugate of a complex number. Then I will take z is equal to iy. So bar is equal to z bar is equal to, we can write what is that? I coefficient is plus I is there, then it is minus iy. That is a complex number. Very simple. Conjugate of a complex number means, so that is the I coefficient sign will be changes. Okay. Next, some elementary properties of a conjugate of a complex number. Next, side heading, elementary properties, elementary properties of conjugate of a complex number. Conjugate of a complex number. Okay, elementary properties of conjugate of a complex number. Previously, we are finding properties of a complex number. Here is the conjugate of a complex number. Okay, the first one is we can write. The first one is what is that? Z is equal to Z bar whole bar. The conjugate of a conjugate number. Once again, I will write Z is equal to Z bar whole bar. Okay, it is both are same. Okay, conjugate of a conjugate complex number is so itself number. That is the concept. Okay, so proof that I will take z is equal to x plus iy or a plus iv. Let z is equal to x plus iy. Okay, then what about z bar? Z bar I told that x minus iy. Again you take that. So z bar means complement of z bar is we can write x plus iy. What is x plus iy? Z. That is z bar whole bar is equal to we can write z. Okay, means conjugate of a complex number is equal to a complex number. Okay, that is the property. Next, second one, z1 plus z2, conjugate of z1 plus z2 is equal to, which is equal to we can write z1 bar plus z2 bar. So bar means it's a conjugate. Okay, so conjugate of z1 plus z2 we can write conjugate of z1 plus conjugate of z2. So we can prove, how we can prove? So in the solution or in the proof, so first we can consider z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1. and z2 is equal to, we can write x2 plus I into y2. So immediately we can find z1 plus z2. So z1 plus z2 means we can write x1 plus iy1 plus z2 is x2 plus I into y2. Okay, so which is equal to, we can write, so x1 plus x2. Okay, so plus I into, we can write y1 plus y2, that is z1 plus z2. Okay, what about z1 plus z whole bar? Z1 plus Z2 whole bar is equal to, we can write x1 plus x2 I coefficients minus I into, so y1 plus y2. The conjugate of z1 plus z2 is the plus iy become minus iy. Then I will show that z1 bar plus z2 bar. So which is equal to, so x1 x1 plus x2 minus iy1 minus I into y2. Just I will club these two. That is x1 minus iy1 plus x2 minus I into y2. So this is nothing about z1 bar plus z2 bar. So that is, we have to prove z1 plus z2 whole bar we can write. So z1 bar plus z2 bar. See, so z1 is there. Okay, z1 is x plus iy. What about z1 bar is equal to x1 minus iy. You'd see z2 is there. Z2 bar is equal to, we can write x2 minus I into y2. That is, I taken as z1 plus z2 whole bar, we can write z1 bar plus z2 bar. Okay, so the third property is, z1 z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. The product of the conjugate of z1 z2 bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. Okay, so in the proof we can consider z1 and z2. In proof, let z1 is equal to x1 plus I into y1 and z2 is equal to, we can write x2 plus I into y2. Then, so I will write z1 bar is equal to x1 minus I into y1 and z2 bar is equal to x2 minus I into y2. Okay, so next, what about z1 z2? Okay, z1 z2 means x1 plus I into y1, so into z2 is x2 plus I into y2. Multiply, so x1 with this term plus iy with this term, then first we can write x1 x2, x1 x2, x1 x2 plus I into x1 y2 plus I into x2 y1, I into I square means minus 1 y1 y2. So which is equal to, we can write real part is x1 x2 minus y1 y2. So in the imaginary part I will take I common. So x1 y2 plus x2 y1. Okay. So next to z1 z2. Okay. So next to z1 z2 whole bar. Okay, the product whole bar is equal to I coefficient changes, that is x1 x2 minus y2 minus I into x1 y2 plus x2 y1. Okay, so just I will multiply the minus sign. So this is, we can write x1 x2 minus y1 y2 minus I x1 y2, so minus I into x2 y1. Okay, so just I will club the first and last. Okay, the first and last, so we can write, so in the first and last, what is that, x1 x2 minus I x2 y1. Remember is there, so minus, so y1 y2 minus I x1 y2. So this minus 1, okay, minus 1 I can write I square. So here is, there is x2 common, I will write x2, then x1 minus I into y1. So minus 1 we can write plus I square. I square is minus 1. So y1, y2 minus I into x1, y2. You see that what is the common? So common is I can write. So minus I y2 I will take the common. Okay. So x2 into x1 minus I y1 I will take minus I into y2. So minus I y2 means what is that? X1. Here plus is there minus. If you take the sign, same sign, then plus. Plus is there, then minus. So I will take minus I y1 means we get plus become minus. I y1 means another I into. So I y2 means I y1. So in this here what is that common? X1 minus I into y2. X1 minus I into y1 common. Remaining is x2 minus I into y2. So already I show that what is that? X1 minus I y1 is z1 bar. X2 minus I y2 is z2 bar. So we can write z1 into z2 whole bar equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. So properties of conjugate means what is that? So what is that? Z bar whole bar is equal to z. Z1 plus z2 whole bar is what is that? Z bar plus z2 bar. Z1, Z2 whole bar we can write Z1 bar into so Z2 bar. Okay. And next,
There, sir.
next,
Sir, what does I square will come, sir, there?
huh?
From the last
I
third line, what does I
yeah,
square
this
will
one.
come? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see here is minus 1 is there. So minus 1 I can write I square. Okay, because I had to express this form. Okay, therefore there is no I common. Therefore the minus 1 I rearranging to take the common. Okay, I need this term is x1 minus, here is y2 is there. Okay, but I need I common. Okay, x1 minus I into y1, therefore the minus 1 I am writing I square. So here is I need minus I y2 common, then plus x1, here plus is there, then minus. If you multiply this you get the previous one. Okay, so next to side heading. Next to side heading, elementary properties of modular. Modular means modulus. Modular of a complex number. Modular of a complex number. See, elementary properties of a modular. So elementary properties of a modular of a complex number. See, first is sum and difference, product and quotient of a complex number is a complex number. And next to conjugate of a complex number, in that we can sum of the properties. Now, so elementary properties of the modulus or modular of a complex numbers. Okay, so let z1 into z2, z1 comma z2 be two complex numbers. Two complex numbers. Okay, so then the first one is modulus of z1 z2 is equal to, we can write the mod z1 into mod z2. Okay, second one we can write modulus of z1 by z2 is equal to mod z1 divided by mod z2, provided z2 is not equal to 0, provided the so mod z2 not equal to 0. The third one is, so modulus of z1 is equal to modulus of z1 complement or conjugate. Okay, modulus of z1 is equal to modulus of conjugate of a modulus of a conjugate of a complex number. And the fourth one is modulus of real part of z, so always less than or equal to modulus of z1. Okay, modulus of, so real part of z1, z1 is less than or equal to mod z1. Okay, so we can prove one by one. So once again, what is that? Let z1 and z2 be two complex numbers. So first, what is that? Modulus of z1 z2, we can write mod z1 into mod z2. Either we can express mod or it may be modulus. Okay, modulus of z1 by z2, we can write modulus z1 by modulus z2, provided mod z2 means denominator not equal to 0. Modulus of z1 is equal to modulus of conjugate of z1. Modulus of real part of z always less than or equal to mod z1. Mod z1. Proof. Okay. So first one we have to prove. Consider mod z1 z2 whole square. Okay. See, mod z1 z2 whole square we can write. So mod z square we can write z into z bar. See, modulus of z is z whole square we can write z into z bar. Using that we can write z1 into z2 in z1 z2 whole bar. This can be, we can write z1 into z2 into z1 bar into z2 bar. Okay. Next I will club z1 into z1 bar one set, and next to z2 into z2 bar one set. z1 z bar we can write mod z1 whole square. Here mod z2 into z bar we can write z2 whole square. Okay, that means that mod z1 into mod whole square we can write mod z1 square in mod z1 square mod z2 whole square. Okay, so mod z. So we can raise the power 1 by 2, or we can write, so mod z1 into mod z2 equal to mod z1 into mod z2. Okay, this is the one of the conditions we prove that. Okay, so next second condition, what is that? Mod z1 by z2, so is equal to, we can prove mod z1 by mod z2. I will take this is whole square. So this can be, can write z into z bar. Okay, z means z1 by z2 into, so we can write z1 by z2 whole bar. So this is, we can write z1 by z2. This is z1 bar by z2 bar. So numerator I will rearrange. What is that? Z1 into z1 bar. Denominator we can write z2 into z2 bar. Numerator we can write z1 bar, z1 modulus of z1 whole square by modulus z2 whole square. So that means that mod z1 by mod z2 whole square. So you can raise the power 1 by 2 on both sides. Then we get, so what is that? Mod z1 by z2. We can write, what is that? Mod z1 divided by mod z2. What is the provided? So mod z2 is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. That is the second conditions. Next, I will prove the third condition. Mod z1 is equal to, so conjugate of modulus of conjugate of z1. So next in third one, I will take mod z1 whole square is equal to, I can write z1 into z1 bar. Okay, so mod z1 whole square we can write z1 into z1 bar. So this is, I will write z1 bar whole bar. So in the modular property we can say that mod z whole z is equal to z. So using that we can write z1 we can write, so conjugate of z1 whole that conjugate is equal to z1, so into z1 bar. So this can be, we can write, so what is that? So z1 bar into z1 bar the whole bar. Just like a z bar means we can write modulus of z1 bar the whole square. Okay, so here is z1 Modulus Z1 whole square is equal to modulus of Z1 bar whole square. So raise the power 1 by 2, that gives, so mod Z1 is equal to modulus of Z1 bar. Means both are equal. You take an example, so that quantity always equals. So for proving fourth conditions, I will take let Z1 is equal to x plus iy. Okay. Then what about modulus of Z1? Modulus of Z1 means it's a root of real part whole square plus, so imaginary part whole square. This product always greater than or equal to x. Okay, so which is equal to, we can write which is equal to, this is what is that real part of, so real part of Z1. Okay, so that means that we can write, that means that, so real part of Z1 is less than or equal to, you write in the reverse order, modulus of Z1 less than or equal to mod Z1. Okay, so Z1, it is equal when, so it is equal when, so that implies real part of Z1 is equal to mod Z1. So this will be condition if, so what is that, y is equal to 0. So it is less than or equal. If the imaginary part is absent, then these two are equal. Okay. So using that, so we can solve some of the problems. Okay. So I will take a just 5 minutes break.
Image blurry there.
Yes. If Z1 and Z2, if Z1 and Z2 are two complex numbers, then we have that identity. First one, modulus of Z1 plus Z2 whole square plus modulus Z1 minus Z2 whole square is equal to the 2 times mod Z1 whole square plus 2 into mod Z2 whole square. The second one is the mod Z1 plus Z2 whole square minus mod Z1 minus Z2 whole square is equal to 4 into Z1 Z2. So in solution, before proving the first and second, we know that, so mod Z square is equal to, we can write Z into Z bar. Okay, I'm using this concept. So for proving first one, I will take the left side part, that is mod Z1 plus Z2 whole square plus mod Z1 minus Z2 whole square. This is equal to, we can write, so that is mod Z square, we can write Z bar, we can write Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 plus Z2 whole bar, just like Z bar, plus Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2 whole bar. So now we can write Z1 plus Z2 into, so already we are using the property mod Z1 plus Z2 whole bar, we can write, so Z1 bar plus Z2 bar. Similarly, Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2 whole bar, we can write Z1 bar minus Z2 bar. Okay, so now we can multiply. Okay, so we can multiply which one, Z1 with this, what is that, Z1 into Z1 bar plus Z1 into Z2 bar plus, so Z1 bar into Z2, I'm just multiplying this, and next Z2 into Z2 bar plus, so Z1 into Z1 bar, Z1 into Z1 bar, so plus into minus minus, Z1 into Z2 bar, minus into plus minus, Z1 bar into Z2, minus into minus plus, so Z2 into Z2 bar. So now we can see that, see Z1 bar we can write mod Z1 whole square. See Z1 Z2 bar plus and minus get cancelled. Next similarly Z1 minus Z1 bar into Z2. This two get cancelled. Z2 into Z2 bar we can write mod Z2 whole square plus, see here Z1 into Z1 bar we can write mod Z1 whole square. Z2 into Z2 bar we can write mod Z2 whole square. See mod Z1 square plus mod Z1 square, it is 2 times. 2 times mod Z1 whole square. Similarly mod Z2 whole square plus mod Z2 whole square we can write 2 times mod Z2 whole square. That is the first condition we proved. Okay. So next, second conditions. Okay. So second condition is, so I will take the left side part. The left side part is mod Z1 plus Z2 whole square minus, so mod Z1 minus mod Z2 whole square, which is equal to 4 into Z1 Z2. Okay. Z1 is Z2. So we can write, so which is equal to, we can write, so mod, so Z1 Z bar, so mod Z whole square we can write Z into Z bar. Using that we can write Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 bar, Z1 plus Z2 whole bar minus Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 minus Z2 whole bar. So we can write Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 bar plus Z2 bar minus Z1 minus Z2 into Z1 bar minus Z2 bar. Okay. So next we can multiply. So we can write, so Z1 into Z1 bar plus Z1 Z2 bar, next plus Z1 bar into Z2 plus Z2 into Z2 bar. Just so I will take minus. First I will multiply this Z1 bar. So minus Z1 into Z2 bar minus Z1 bar into Z2, minus into minus plus Z2 into Z2 bar. So next, so Z1 bar means mod Z1 whole square. So we can write Z1 Z2 bar. Okay. Plus, so it is Z1 bar into Z2 plus Z mod Z2 whole square minus, so mod Z1 whole square plus Z1 into Z2 bar. Okay. Plus Z1 bar into Z2 minus Z2 bar whole square. See plus and minus, plus and minus. See this is the 2 times. Okay. 2 times Z1 Z2 bar. Okay. And next it is 2 times, so Z1 bar into Z2. Okay. So which is nothing about, we can write, see Z1 Z2 bar, okay, plus 2 Z2 Z2 bar. So which is equal to, we can write 4 into Z1 into Z2. Okay. So if we take an example, x1 y1 x2 y2, so by using one or two examples we can write these two are equal. Okay. So that is the 4 into Z1 into Z2 bar. So if you take the simplification, you get same values. Okay. You take Z is equal to, Z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1, and next to Z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. You can just simplify that, you get the 4 times of Z1 Z2, or else you take 4 into this, both the values give the Z1 and Z2 value, you get the same value. But simplification lengthy process, just I am simplifying this part. Okay. So next question, next is a very important. Okay. Now onwards, it's a very important concept. Star means expected questions. Okay. So given that Z is not equal to 0, means complex number not equal to 0, and so W, sometimes we can say that omega, so W is not equal to 0, demonstrate that demonstrate that modulus of z plus w is equal to modulus z plus modulus w is true. Is true if and only if, so if and only if, so w is equal to t into z for some t greater than 0, means t is non-negative and not equal to 0. It should be a positive. Okay, so what is that? Given that z is not equal to 0 and w is not equal to 0, means there are the two non-zero complex numbers. Demonstrate that. What is that? Modulus of z plus w, we can write mod z plus mod w. This will be true. This condition is true if and only if w is equal to tz for t is more than 0. Okay, so in the solution, so we can write in the solution, suppose, means I will take first this part and this part, and I will take this one and proving this one. If and only if means the two way we have to verify. Suppose w is equal to t into z for some t is greater than 0. That means that t is a real. So now I will consider modulus of z plus w is equal to, using this I will prove LHS is equal to RHS. So which is equal to z, but what is w? It is tz. I am substituting that w value is tz. Next, equal to, there is a common, which is common is z. We can write z into 1 plus t. Okay, next this is equal to 1 plus t is not a complex number, it's like a real number. I can write outside the modulus, that is we can write 1 plus t into modulus z, then multiply 1 into modulus z is modulus z plus t into modulus z. Okay, so we can write modulus z plus t is a scalar. I can write inside the modulus or outside the modulus, both are same. So we can write modulus of tz, just is a rearranging. So modulus z, so plus what is the tz is modulus w. That is modulus of z plus w is equal to modulus z plus modulus w. So when t is w is equal to tz. Okay, so if and only if condition, first I will take as w is equal to tz. I prove that LHS is equal to RHS. What is that? Suppose w is equal to tz for some t is greater than 0, means it's a real number. Consider modulus z plus w. I have to prove this equal to z plus w is equal to what is that? Tz. So I will take the common. So then what is that? Modulus of z into constant. It's a scalar. Okay, so it's a constant, not a complex number, real number. Okay, so we can write outside the modulus 1 plus t into mod z. Then I will try multiply mod 1 plus. So that is 1 into mod z plus t into mod z. Again this a real number I can insert, no problem, because 2 into complex number or 2 into modulus complex number, we can write modulus of, so 2 into z, both are same. Okay, so therefore we can write t into mod z, we can write modulus of tz, but this value is w. That is one sided, we prove that. Now conversely means I will take this part. Okay, then I will prove that w is equal to tz. Conversely, suppose that mod z plus w is equal to mod z plus mod w. Okay, so we have to prove, then we have to prove that w is equal to tz for some t is more than 0, for some t greater than 0. Therefore I will write let z is equal to, I will write a plus ib, and w is equal to some c plus I, because w and z will be a complex number. Okay, so then what about mod z whole square? Mod z whole square, you know that mod z means It's a root of a plus real part whole square plus imaginary part whole square, which is equal to a square plus b square. Similarly, modulus of w whole square is equal to c square plus d square. Means modulus of, suppose I will take, see, z is equal to x plus iy, mod z is equal to root of real part whole square plus imaginary part whole square. So you can squaring on both sides. Mod z whole square equals x square plus y square. Okay. Using this, we can write mod z whole square equals a square plus b square. Mod w whole square equals c square plus d square. So now the given, what is that the given? The given, what is that? These two conditions are equal. Okay. So given mod z plus w is equal to modulus z plus modulus w. So next, what is that modulus z plus w? Okay, so z is equal to, means complex number. Okay, complex number means that is square root of z is equal to x plus iy, w is equal to c plus id. Real part means what is that? A plus c whole square. Imaginary part, that is b plus d whole square. Okay, which is equal to mod z means what is that? Root of a square plus b square. Mod w means root of c square plus d square. Okay, now I will squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides means here root and square get cancelled, but here is a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So I can squaring on both sides, we get a plus c whole square plus what is that? B plus d whole square. Here is just adding two complex numbers, sum of the two complex number, that is that real part root of real part whole square plus imaginary part whole square. Okay, after this writing this, I am squaring on both sides, root and square get cancelled. Here is a square. Okay, a square means a square plus b square root the whole square, a square plus root of c square plus d square the whole square plus 2ab. So plus 2ab means 2 into root of a square plus b square into root of c square plus d square. Okay, so now I will expanding this. A plus a whole square means a square plus c square plus 2ac. Next, b square plus d square plus 2b. Here root and square get cancelled. A square plus b square plus c square plus d square plus, so 2 into, I will write this is the root x into root y, we can write root of xy. Root of a square plus b square into c square plus d square. You see that right side equality is there. Same sign, same element get cancelled. A square and c square and next to b square and next to d square. Remaining term I will write 2ac plus 2bd is equal to 2 into root of what is that? So a square plus b square into c square plus d square. Okay, divide by 2. Then it is ac plus bd is equal to root of a square plus b square into c plus d square. Again squaring on both sides. So then what is that? So ac plus bd whole square. Here root and square get cancelled. A square plus b square into c square plus d square. Okay. Now it is a plus b whole square. A square. I can write ac whole square. AC whole square plus BD whole square plus 2AB, 2AC into BD. So now this is, we can write one step, A square plus B square into C square plus D square. Okay, so AC whole square we can write A square C square plus B square D square plus 2ABCD. Okay, equal to multiply A square C square, A square D square plus B square C square plus B square D square. See, A square C square get cancelled, then B square D square get cancelled. I will take this to right side. Then what is that? A square d square plus b square c square minus 2abc equal to 0. I am taking this to right side. Now AD I can write a square d square, we can write AD whole square. BC b square c square, we can write BC whole square minus 2. I can rearrange. What is that? AD into BC. ABCD I am writing. Now it is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So we can write, so AD minus BC the whole square equal to 0. It is x square equals 0 means x equals 0. That is AD minus BC equal to 0. That means that AD is equal to BC. So which is equal to, we can write. So AD is equal to BC is equal to, both are equal to some value. So then, so we can write, or we can write this next I will write. So just cross multiply. Okay. So C is there, just interchange. What is that? So D by B. Okay, equal to C by E. This ratio will get some value T. Okay. So next after that we can write C by A is equal to T and D by D is equal to T. That implies we can write C by A is equal to T and D by B, not D, it is B. D by B is equal to T. C is equal to AT and so D is equal to B. Okay. Now what is that? W is equal to, what is that? We have to prove CTZ. Okay. So after that, so what we have taken as mod Z, modulus of Z plus W is equal to mod Z plus mod W. So from that I get the C is equal to AT and D is equal to WT. Now what is that? We have to prove W is equal to TZ. Therefore, what is that? We have taken W is equal to C plus I into D. Okay. Both the value we can substitute. C means AT plus I into D is BT. C and D we are expressing in terms of A and B. So what is that? We can write T, we can write common. So then A plus IB. What is that A plus IB? So that is Z. W is equal to TZ. So that is the proof. If and only if means the both the way. So we prove that. So we get the answer. Okay. Next. So next, argument of complex number. See, the complex number we can express in the different ways. X plus Iy means it's a Cartesian form. So next to R and theta means polar form, and next to E, so theta form we can write the exponential. So now, so we can express the argument of a complex number in terms of polar form. Okay. So argument of a complex number. Argument means it's an angle theta. Okay. So I will take the polar form of a complex number. Polar form of a complex number. Polar form of a complex number, because next I require to find argument and all argument of a complex number. What is a polar form? Okay. So we can write this is a coordinate axis. Okay. So the complex number, so you take any point on the coordinate P of X comma Y. You join from the origin. Okay. So this length is okay X and this Y and this part is R. It makes an angle theta. That is angle we call as an argument. Okay. So let Z is equal to complex number X plus I. Okay. But in terms of order pair, we can write X comma Y. Let Z is equal to X plus Iy be any complex number. any complex number, and mod z is equal to what is that? Root of x square plus y square. So which is equal to, we can write, so what is that? Root of x square plus y square, which is equal to r. Okay, r is equal to root of sum of the squares of the two sides, hypotenuse is equal to sum of the square of the two sides is equal to square of the third side, right angle triangle. So mod z is equal to, we can write r, and theta is equal to, we can write argument of z, means, so angle is argument of z, okay, that we call as an argument. Okay, therefore x is equal to, we can write r into cos theta, and y is equal to r into sin theta. Therefore z is equal to x plus iy, Cartesian form. We can express in terms of polar form. What is that? X is r into cos theta plus I into y is r into sin theta. So then z is equal to x plus iy, which is equal to, you take the r common, then we can write cos theta plus I into sin theta. Okay. So this is called, means complex number Cartesian form to r and theta, means it's a polar form. So this is called the polar form of a complex number. Okay, x and y means Cartesian, r and theta means it's a polar form. Okay, so now we can derive some of the elementary properties of argument of a complex number. Next to side heading, elementary properties of argument of a complex number, elementary properties of a argument of a complex number. So in that, I will take the two complex number, let z1 and z2 be any two complex number, any two complex number, then the two identities we have to prove. The first one is argument of z1 into z2 equal to, we can write argument of z1 plus argument of z2. Second one, we can write argument of z1 by z2 is equal to argument of z1 minus argument of z2. Okay, so elementary properties of argument means, so two complex number is there, so each complex number there is argument will be there. So there are the two identities we have to prove. Argument of z1 into z2, we can write argument of z1 plus argument of z2, and argument of z1 by z2, we can write argument of z1 minus argument of z2. So we can prove in the proof, first one we have to prove, let z is equal to, I can write a plus ib, and z1 is equal to c plus id. Then z1 into z2, z1 is a plus ib into c plus I into d. Okay, which is equal to, we can write, so ac plus I into ad plus I into bc minus, so we can write bd. So just I multiply, see ac, so next I into ad, I into bc, I into I square minus, so b into d, b. Real part is ac minus bd. Imaginary part, you take that I common, ad plus bc. Okay, so next to argument of z1. Okay, argument of z1 is nothing about, we can write tan inverse of b by a. Okay, argument of z2 So is equal to, we can write argument of Z2 is equal to tan inverse of, so what is that? So D by C. Okay. So that is tan inverse y by x. We can write x plus iy. So argument of Z1 means tan inverse B by according to this. So argument of Z2 means tan inverse of D by C. So next, so argument of Z1 into Z2. Argument of, see, argument of Z1, Z2 means tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. So first one I am proving. Okay. So argument of Z1 into Z2 is equal to tan inverse of, so BC means imaginary part, okay, divided by real part is AC minus BD. Okay. So here is inside this bracket, I'll divide numerator and denominator by AC. Okay, here always 1 will be there. Okay. So therefore we can write, so tan inverse of, we can write BC plus AD by AC divided by AC minus BD by AC. Okay. Now we can write tan inverse of, okay. So we can write BC by AC plus AD by AC divided by AC by AC minus BD by AC. So which is equal to tan inverse of, what is that? CC get cancelled, B by A, okay, plus, so A get cancelled, D by C divided by 1 minus, I can write B by A into D by C. It is look like we have one formula is there, tan inverse X plus tan inverse Y. So we can write tan inverse of X plus Y by 1 minus XY. So you see the tan inverse X plus Y by 1 minus XY, we can write tan inverse X plus tan inverse Y. Using that we can write, so tan inverse, okay, so B by A plus tan inverse D by C. What about tan inverse B by A? It is nothing about argument of Z1. Okay, tan inverse D by C means what is that? Argument of Z2. That means that argument of Z1 into Z2 we can write, so argument of Z1 plus, so argument of Z2, just like log mn is equal to log m plus log n form. Okay. So similarly, okay. So similarly, we can prove that argument of Z1 by Z2 is equal to log m by n, means, so log m minus log n. That means that argument of Z1 minus argument of Z2. Similarly, we can prove this. Okay. So now next problem. Prove that modulus Z1 minus Z2 divided by 1 minus Z1 bar into Z2 equal to 1. We have to prove this equality is equal to LHS equal to RHS if, okay, if either mod Z1 is equal to 1, mod Z1 is equal to 1, or mod Z2 is equal to 1. So what exception must be made if mod Z1 is equal to mod Z2 equal to 1, question mark. See, we have to prove this equality is, this quantity is equal to 1, either means any one, mod Z equal to 1 or mod Z2 equal to 1. So next after that, whether you are exempt, so what will be happening if both are equal to 1? Okay, so that is after proving that we have to conclude this. What happening when mod z1 equals mod z2 equal to 1? But we have to prove this equality either any mod z1 equal to 1 or mod z2 equal to 1. Okay, so in the proof or in the solution. We'll take proof or it may be a solution. Okay, so let mod z1 minus z2 by 1 minus z1 bar into z2 is equal to 1. So this can be, I can write modulus of z1 by z2, we can write modulus of numerator by modulus of denominator. So prove that. So if prove that this equal to 1 if either this equal to 1. Okay, so modulus z1 minus z2 divided by 1 modulus of 1 minus z1 bar into z2 equal to 1. So we are using properties of modulus, cross multiply. So modulus of z1 minus z2 equal to modulus of 1 minus z1 bar into z2. Okay, squaring on both sides, then so what is that? Mod z1 minus z2 whole square equal to 1 minus z1 bar into z2 whole square. So we know that what is that? Z bar is equal to mod z whole square. So using that we can write, so what is that? Z1 minus z2 into z1 minus z2 whole bar. Okay, equal to 1 minus z1 bar into z2 into 1 minus z1 bar into z2 whole bar. Okay, so this can be, we can write z1 minus z2 into z1 bar minus z2 bar. Okay, equal to 1 minus z1 bar into z2. Okay, here 1 bar is 1 minus z1 bar, this whole bar we have to take. So then it is z1 into z2 bar. Just multiply and simplify. See, multiplication z1 into z1 bar minus z1 into z2 bar minus z1 into z1 bar into z2 minus into minus z2 into z2 bar equal to, just I will multiply this. Okay, 1 into 1 1 minus z1 into z2 bar, so minus z1 bar into z2 minus into minus plus z1 into z1 bar into z2 into z2 bar. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, mod z1 z1 into z1 bar ಅಂದ್ರೆ mod z1 whole square plus mod z2 whole square equal to so ಈಗೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ equal to, so 1 plus ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ mod z1 whole square into mod z2 whole square. So next ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, so I will bring both to left side. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. I will bring this to left side. ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, mod z1 whole square 1 ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ -1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ mod z2 whole square minus mod z1 whole square into mod z2 whole square equal to 0. ನಾನು ಇದೆರಡು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ mod z1 whole square minus 1. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗಿಬಹುದು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ mod z2 whole square ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, mod z1 whole square minus 1 equal to 0. ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್, mod z1 whole square minus 1 ಕಾಮನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ we get 1 minus mod, so mod z2 whole square equal to 0. that implies both are equal to 0 tane. That is that modulus of z1 whole square minus 1 equal to 0, or so 1 minus z mod z2 whole square equal to 0. So that implies, so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ mod z1 whole square equal to 1 or mod z2 whole square equal to 1. So that implies, so mod z1 equal to 1 or mod z2 is equal to 1. So that is the proof. ನಮಗೆ ಏನು approve that ಏನು that magnitude equal to 1. So then ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ either of this equal to 0. So one condition ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಏನು if mod z1 mod z2 equal to 1 ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So if mod z1 is equal to mod z2 equal to 1, so and so ಇವೆರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ z1 is equal to z2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then so ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 1 minus z1 bar into z2 equal to 0 ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಿಷ್ಟು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ z1 minus z2 by 1 minus z1 bar into z2 which is not equal to 0. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಸೊ thus ಏನಾಯ್ತು, so if mod z1 is equal to mod z2 is equal to 1, ಯಾವಾಗ then z1 is not equal to z2 is, so exemption we need to make. So this is the answer.